Now.
First tonight at 6, a turning point in our exclusive investigation into the shooting at CVPA High School in South St. Louis. Police just releasing body and security camera video today detailing the October 2022 attack. Our reporting has exposed many secrets in the shooting at the South Kings Highway and Arsenal campus.
And the video you will see tonight is an important part of the real facts now coming out.
First Alert Force team coverage here at 6 o'clock begins with investigator Susan O'Corey.
Well, we understand it's not easy to hear some of the details, and it won't be easy to watch the video, but we do believe it's important to share as we talk about safety. This new video adds to our comprehensive investigation as we look at the lessons learned to prevent another tragedy. A blue car jumped the curb in front of CVPA High School. The surveillance video captured 19-year-old former student Orlando Harris as he parked on the sidewalk. The footage clocked his arrival just before 9:02 that morning. Harris stayed outside for 5 minutes before police say at 9:07 he walked to a side door where an unarmed school security guard was stationed and fired the first shots. Over the next 10 minutes, police say he killed 15-year-old Alexandria Bell and health and PE teacher Jean Kuczka.
You have to learn from this. If you don't learn from it, history repeats itself.
They could have released this information a few weeks after it happened.
Steve Kuczka and his son Joe want to know why now, almost 2 years after the shooting. This is the first time St. Louis police shared any video. The department claimed it was still investigating until last week. They closed the case less than 48 hours after an exclusive First Alert 4 investigation uncovered dozens of records kept hidden from the public. Those included 911 calls, police interviews with witnesses, and hundreds of pages of the police report. Together with the video, they show the most complete timeline to date of what happened at CVPA.
Do you see this as transparency?
No, I don't see it as transparency. I basically see this as a response to what you guys have done. Otherwise, I don't think we'd be seeing much.
Police edited clips of surveillance video to show when Harris, who's outside, shot through the door.
I heard 3 to 5 loud bangs.
Inside was school security guard Jermaine Yancey. His witness recordings uncovered by First Alert 4 Investigates give a glimpse of his view.
I encountered him first.
Okay.
He shot at me. I took off and ran on the side of the wall like this.
It's this moment the Kuczka family questioned. Yancey told police he radioed for help. Like most school guards, he was unarmed.
You've seen the video. What do you think?
My thoughts are why couldn't they do more? Why didn't they stop him? There's, the shooter's gun jammed, multiple times.
Seems like there could have been a lot more done as he was coming into the building. He also had a long gun, so it would have been easier to maybe wrestle with him a little bit versus running down the hallway.
The gunman moved through the first floor. You can see a blurred student or staff walk by as he shot towards a door. They kept walking. The police video doesn't show everything, but the recordings we uncovered reveal more.
He shot towards my student. And then he looked down. The gun jammed.
I see a student run towards me, and she was shot in the left arm.
That student was Alexandria Bell. She was days away from celebrating her sweet 16 and Keisha Akers' only child.
I don't get to do prom. I don't get to see her have kids. I don't get to see her get married. I don't get to see any of that.
9:09, 2 minutes into the attack. This is the recording we uncovered of the driver who made the first 911 call.
I saw a gentleman with a rifle shoot at the door and go in, and kids are starting to run out of the building.
Seconds later, the school district's off-site security dispatch dialed 911. The employee who isn't at the school radioed guards who are. Moments when time mattered.
Has anyone been hit that you know of? Hold on.
At the same time, back at the school, a second unarmed security guard told police he was upstairs, heard the radio calls for help, and went to the first floor.
I got to the bottom of the steps. He was standing there with the rifle like this. I'm just like, I just said, and I ran back up the steps.
You can see Harris go up to the second floor. The police video cuts to another clip where he came across a third unarmed school security guard. In video uncovered by First Alert 4 Investigates, she told police she was working on the lockdown.
He raised the AR up at me. He said, and the gun jammed. I took off and I ran in the girl's bathroom.
That happened at 9/11, which is when police dispatch put out the call for help.
The active shooter inside the gym, a black male, all black clothing. Shots fired in progress.
The shooter went to the 3rd floor.
She was meant to be there that day. And we know, she saved lives.
Regine Kuczka stood in front of her students, shielding them as she was shot.
She told the students, jump out of the window, get out of here.
Arrived at 9:15. There are children running from the school yelling for help.
At 9:15, the first officers arrived almost 7 minutes into the attack. Police radio calls we uncovered show they were in the school within a minute.
Upstairs!
The newly released body camera video shows when later officers arrived and went directly to the 3rd floor, where police say Harris barricaded himself in an empty computer lab. You can see officers surrounded the room and tried multiple times to shoot the lock off the door.
I gave the order to fire.
We uncovered an interview of a sergeant who was there.
There's a lot of shooting.
The video recorded dozens of gunshots. Police say there was a shootout, and at 9:26, Orlando Harris was shot and killed.
Suspect down! Suspect down!
I think people have to be given information so they can learn from it.
The Kuczka family believes these records reveal lessons.
I think anytime anyone gets in the school is a failure on the security guard that's not supposed to be in there.
And as you just heard the Kuczka family say there, they have a lot of questions about what happened with security. We're taking an in-depth look at that, including how the first calls for help went and the timing of everything. We'll have a lot more on that coming up tonight at 6:30. Susan O'Corey, First Alert 4 Investigates.
All right.